Hey everybody, it's Burgle here again for episode 6 of this rusty metal box item port example. I think this might be the final episode for the rusty metal box. In it we're going to cover changing these ghost icons to actual icons, or custom ghost icons instead of using the vanilla ones. But before I get stuck into that, I want to talk a little bit about slot conflicts between the mods. I'm going to use my trolley cart as an example. When I first made trolley cart, I included the waterproof bag and the teddy bear as attachments, and I named my slot something silly like spur cart bear and spur cart bag. And when I published the mod, I shortly got messages from other modders and users saying, hey, your bag slots aren't working, your bear slots aren't working, or when I run your mod with this other mod, your bag slot and your bear slot are not working. The other mod at the time was Monghard's item pack, and I later found out it also affected Helk's much stuff pack, or yeah, MSP, much stuff pack. After chatting with Helk, she told me to try and stick to a common naming convention to prevent the slots from clashing. So bear, so use the bear. Waterproof bag, use waterproof bag. Throughout time I've added more and more available slots to my bear and my bag as I found more mods using slightly different names, and I speak to the other modders and we confer, and as long as my mod has this list of slots that are used and their mods have the same list of slots that are used, there won't be any conflicts. The conflict arises when, say, my mod only has Teddy and somebody else's mod only has Bear, and their mod loads after mine, so their Bear is overriding my Bear. You can't call super in the config CPP, so that you can't script it so they're loading both my entry and their entry. This entry overrides any entry for the bear beforehand, or the bear inventory slot anyway, because that's all we're editing here. So yeah, if you get any conflicts with your custom slots, find the other mod owner and have a chat with them. Try and make it so both your mods work. Then if you can't make it so both of your mods work, I believe I've still got one. Nah, looks like I've deleted them now. But you can make an override mod. Basically, make a mod that in your required add-ons it contains your mods add-on and, for example, their mods add-on in the required add-ons, and then override both of your configs for this example, the bear, to include all of the slots that both of your mods use, and then load that as a second tag-along mod. The only fixed mod I have left is the medcart fix, but that's completely different. That's not a slot conflict. That's a different conflict. But over time, I have got rid of all the conflicts in my mods by communicating with other modders. There's no way of knowing if somebody else has already used a waterproof bag slot or a bear slot or a hatchet or melee slot, other than, you know, finding their mod and finding out. So yeah, that covers conflicts. Just a little warning, when you make custom slots, you'll likely come across a conflict if you use a weird name, sometimes even if you don't use a weird name. One good way of checking to make sure your slot hasn't been used is check some of the bigger popular mods, such as Monghard's item pack, Helk's much stuff pack, because they both have lots of items and lots of custom slots. And there's also a couple of slot mods that people have made. Dino, Dino's Beanos. He made DBO slots. So have a look inside that config. Make sure if you're using the same slot as them, you list all of the same inventory slots. And I think the other one I know of is called Slot 4 Pack. Have a search for that on the workshop and check that. I'm pretty sure that's where I got my list for these from. And same again on my camo net. We've got a few extra camo nets. Battery charger, I only know of one other mod that uses a battery charger slot, and we've both used the same naming convention, so no conflict there. But if I called my slot spur battery charger, it would conflict. Anyway, on to what we're actually doing. We're adding in custom ghost icons for these custom slots that I've made. Now there's no water bottle icon and seed pack icon in DayZ because there's no slots for them. So I have made some. First thing I've done to make this, in my Spur Rusty Metal box, I've created a new folder called GUI, and in that there's image sets. Inside there I've just got a TGA that I've made. So let's have a quick look at that in GIMP. It's nothing special. It's literally a couple of icons that I stole off Google Images just for this example. There they are. As you can see, a water bottle and what looks like a seed packet icon. Simple as that. First thing we're going to want to do is workbench. Now you should have this set up already. I went over it briefly in, must have been in beginner's basics, probably the pack and publish. When you first you'll make a workshop icon, you first make an EDDS. That's essentially what we're going to do first of all now. So wait for this to load. There we go. I've been messing around with HUD layouts at some point. So what we want to do is find your GUI image. Let's just put a black background so you can see it. And register, right click on it, register resources and import. And now we have an EDDS. And now if we just right click, new, we want to create, in here it should say image set, atlas file of GUI images dot image set. We will call it, let's just call it same as my EDS, Spur Rusty Metal box slots. Boom. There we go. We have an image set. It's been a while since I've done this, so the first thing we want to do is add a Rusty Metal box, add the image, give it a second to refresh. There we go, it's refreshed. And then you want to make sure you change the image set name. The top, Spur Rusty Metal box slots, boom. And then if we go into quads, we want to add, we will call this one seeds pack. Okay. I don't know if you can see it there, that little yellow box. We want to kind of select, make sure, yeah, it's the same scale. Make sure it's a square, basically. Not sure if that matters, but there we go. And that's seed packs highlighted there. And if we add another one, we'll call this one water bottle. same again, it's tucked in there. So I'll put seed packs over that. Get water bottle. Stretch that out. How big was seed packs? 314. So we'll make this one 314. 314. Try and centralize it a little bit better. Yeah, happy with both of them. And then workbench, save. And that should save our image set. We've got image set saved. We've got our two names, seeds pack, that S in the middle, don't forget about that one, and water bottle in the image set spur RMB slots. So now back to our config CPP. If we scroll up, we're going to need a image set definition. I've done this before, so I'm going to pull up a quick example, make sure I get it right. Pretty sure I did it in belt bags. Move that to the other view. Yeah, it's not in belt bags. It's in spur bags. Nah, that one. There we go. Class image set. Let's just whip that out of there. Save typing it back out. And put it in there. And we are now spur rusty metal box image sets. And what did we call our image set? We called it RMB slots. Spur RMB slots dot image set. So that's registering the image set, so it actually works. And then we want to go down to our slots, and we will pull up Daisy scripts config.cpp to see how the ghost icon is laid out. So let's just whip that out of there. Control C, Control V. So Daisy inventory image, or set is Daisy inventory. Our set, if we go back to workbench, was spur RMB slots. So we can change that to there, and our image, back to workbench, was seeds pack. So put that in there. Seeds pack. I'm just going to copy that and replace all of my seeds packs. And do the same for the water bottle, but that one was water, yeah, water bottle. Just double check that. Water bottle. Now you're probably saying to yourself, the water bottle wasn't there last time. But if you remember, at the end of the last video, I said I was going to add in another item that used the config.cpp selections and singular proxy rather than multiple proxies for the multiple slots. So that's what that is an example of. When you download the example files at the end of this series, you can reference that for your two different types of custom slots. One way is the seed pack and one way is the water bottle. Anyway, that's not what this episode was about. This episode is about these image sets. That pretty much covers it for them. So we've in our class defs, we've set our image set path. In our class config slots, we've added the ghost icon, set, and image. In workbench, we've taken the image that we've made, that was a TGA, turned it into an EDDS and used that to create an image set. Simple as that. So now we want to close down this game and that server, launch good old add-on builder, and give it a pack. Built successfully. Let's go see if we got some custom icons in game then. Just reading the mission, so don't think I made any typos. So, here we are, back in game. Everything's still good in the box. But now, you'll see, okay, they're not the best icons, but they're icons nonetheless. We have custom ghost icons for our custom slots. So, that pretty much covers this rusty metal box example. Quick rundown of what we've done. We've taken a standard container, such as the old belt bag that I did in the previous videos, how I ported that, and then changed it to a deployable container with hologram and placement action. We then animated the lid with a custom open, well, not really custom, just edited the barrels open and close scripts to make our own open and close scripts that hide the inventory when the box is closed, show the inventory when the box is open. And then the last thing we've done, we've added a slot for, or an existing slot, the knife slot that you get on your knife sheaths on your belt. And then I've shown you two different ways of adding custom slots for multiple items, or multiple slots for the same item, as the case may be. It's one item, but it can go in both slots. So yeah, that's it, done for this one. I think next time I do an item port, I've got a couple of ideas of things I want to do. I thought, to go alongside the community sample helmet, I would maybe do an example helmet as well. Demonstrate the basics of what's needed for a custom bit of clothing. And I've also thought I might do an example vest. Nothing fancy, just a life vest. But we'll see. I've got a few ideas of other example items that I would like to do. I'm not great at weight painting, so doing a vest may not be the best option for me, but we'll see. Anyway, take it easy, peeps. Till next time. Bye.